In a Korean barbecue, Jin-ho loses his appetite to nervousness as he's never been to a welcoming party for new students before. But why does he feel like this? He, as the second son of a wealthy family, have lived a life that has everything. But a frozen pork belly place like this feels strangely familiar. A man tells Jin-ho that other people are going to think they're holding him captive by the look on his face, prompting him to pipe up and deny it in a way that causes him to tell Jin-ho that's precisely what they're asking him to stop doing. He tells Jin-ho to treat him like a friend, but he should still be careful in front of the other seniors just in case, as they have a pretty scary senior in their department. He's not the kind that'd try to intimidate juniors or something, but he's the super charismatic type that intimidates you just by being around. He asks if Jin-ho knows that famous runner, the idol of track and field, and Jin-ho corrects him to Cha Hai-in. Affirming it's her, he says that she's the girlfriend of that senior. He wonders why no one is sitting with them and thinks he should head over to the table that has cute juniors. Suddenly, Jin-woo sits down, startling the two, as one says that he'll go see if the other seniors need any help. He offers Jin-ho a drink, who is shocked that he'd offer alcohol in a glass rather than a shot glass. Thinking that he really is scary and knowing he's not confident in holding his liquor, he's shocked and says that it's just cider, prompting Jin to tell him he can't even drink that well. So why would he make him drink alcohol? And why is he calling Jin senior? That making him sad, just call him Sung-woo. Asking if he doesn't want to, Jin-ho disaffirms, then wonders why it feels so natural to call him that. And has he told him his name before? Cheers! This side story continues. In the city, Jin is asked why he didn't come to the department room today, to which he tells Jin-ho that he has something to tend to today, and something important came up, so could he please help sign his attendance for the afternoon lessons. Jin-ho says that he's famous, even among the professors, so he can't help sign his attendance, and asks where on earth he is. Jin answers questionably at the job training for their university hospital, but Jin-ho says the hospital has nothing to do with their studies, though, and is suddenly cut off by Jin. A girl is thankful that she passed the entrance test for a university in Seoul, but is her Busan dialect too strong? It's hard to speak in Seoul dialect, though. Why does the nursing major use so many English words? Passing by, she turns around saying, "Hey!" and asks if they've met before. Jin says nope and walks away, as the girl is revealed to be Lee Ju-hee. Putting her hair back, she wonders why she talked to a total stranger and stomps off, wondering if he thinks she's trying to hit on him or something. Meanwhile, in a hospital, a doctor walks through two agents to get into a room where Go Gun-hee asks to be helped up. While helping him up, the doctor notices a bottle and asks the chairman what it is, to which he answers that some young man came by to give him it and left. It's so fascinating. The security agents are protecting this room so tightly, but he was able to leave a bottle here without anyone realizing. But it's even harder to believe what that young man told him. He said that in the lost time, he fought against monsters with him, and he's now come to five him this gift as thanks for that time. Then, he disappeared just like that, as if he was a mirage, like he never existed to begin with. Based on what he said, if he drinks what's inside the bottle, he'd become better, as if his body became completely cleansed. But the doctor questions if he really believes it. However, the chairman says he's sick of it. So what if what he said isn't true? He'll just ask the doctor one more question. If he doesn't drink it, how long does he have left to live? Only sitting in silence, the chairman tells him that if he drinks this and passes, please engrave this on his tombstone. Chairman Go Gun-hee, he fought until his last breath without giving up against his illness and is buried here, opening the bottle, putting it to his lips, and drinking. He sets it down and says he'll have to rest for a little. The doctor wishes him a good rest and tells him he can call anytime if he needs help. As he walks out, the chairman lays there. Turning his gaze to the window, he closes his eyes, as the sun shines through the clouds and illuminates the hospital. As the light shines through on the chairman, he clutches his chest, opens his eyes, and looks out the window before saying that it seems the sunlight is still too warm for winter to be approaching. This side story continues. His name is Antares. He's the first monarch born in the darkness and also the strongest monarch. He's the king who rules over all dragons and an existence that represents fear and destruction. Yes, all the people he knows respect, revere, and call him the Dragon Emperor. But on a normal day, when he was hiding in the dimensional crack with millions of soldiers preparing to attack Earth, He was in a human's body when he woke up. Antares questions why his vessel looks so weak. He calls it pathetic. The name of this human is Sung Jin Woo. He's a teenage boy who's working as an E-rank hunter in a country known as South Korea. Because of his useless ability, he had countless brushes with death, yet he never gave up on working as a hunter. He knows he could easily cure something like a sickness with his magic, though. The phone rings, and he picks it up to a woman questioning where he's at. The caller asks if he's going to be late again. Late. The act of not being able to arrive at the promised time. That means this woman is asking if he, the incarnation of almightiness, am going to be doing an action that symbolizes incompetence. That can never happen. Asking where she is, she answers in front of the gate and questions why he's suddenly talking so casually. He needs to focus so that he can locate this arrogant woman. Using an aura pulse, he tells her that she's found. As she hangs up, he appears behind her, asking if he's late. Asking again, she says no, frightfully. While Kim gets a coffee, he notices Antares, Jin Woo, who questions who that guy is. Telling the barista that he wants a coffee, he's told that they're fresh out. But snatching the coffee from the barista's hand, he guzzles it down and laughs maniacally, saying that the strong taking what the weak have is common sense for monarchs. Kim asks if Sung is acting strange today, and it's affirmed. Suddenly screamed at, Joo-hee asks why he is in this state again. Antares questions why all the humans here are so noisy, just as everyone is called to enter the gate. Thinking it looks suspicious, he knows the gates that appear on Earth are definitely the tricks of the rulers. Why does he feel the energy of a monarch from the gate? Needing to check it out, he broadcasts it. Kim tells his to make sure to take care of himself and stay behind, but Antares only thinks that he's a loyal subordinate who worries about his liege's precious body despite being weak. He walks in the gate, and this Antares story continues. Blitzing and clawing through all the monsters, the team thinks Jin Woo is quite strange today, but maybe the monsters are just weak. Finished, he asks what they're dawdling for and directs their next path. Song says they ought to vote for things like this, but Jin knocks him out before asking if anyone else wants to vote and coming to unanimous consent. Walking through the tunnel, they reach a door at the end of the cave. Antares, Jin, guesses they're feeling uneasy, though he does agree that it's dangerous since he senses immense power coming from the inside. Opening the door, he reaches for Tracksuit, snatches him, and throws him in the door. Tracksuit questions him, but seeing nothing happen, he decides they're heading in. Lanterns light as they take their first steps inside. Noticing the huge statue and assuming it's not the boss, Jin points out saying, "It's that." Kim notices the rune characters on the tablet, prompting back to ask if anyone can read it. Thinking they're so stupid and wondering if no one knows how to read something like this, Jin broadcasts the commandments of the Cartanon Temple. But pulling his shoulder, Joo-hee tells him the big statue moved, but he only brushes her off. First commandment, worship the God. Second, praise God. Third, prove your faith. Those who don't heed these commandments will not be able to return alive. The eyes ignite and everybody whips around just in time for it to blast lasers. But Jin questions how dare he mock him with the level of power it has. Standing in the blast, everybody is blown away as Jin takes the brunt of the blast. Dust settles and he dials in, activating destruction breath and blasting at the statue. The squad is in utter disbelief as Jin states, "This is power." Suddenly the statues activate and begin sprinting forth. However, Jin only laughs and calls them arrogant dolls before easily blasting them all away while the squad runs. He questions if this is the end, as this much isn't even enough to get his blood pumping. When the architect asks who this bastard is, he's destroyed everything he spent so much effort to prepare. Hurling a spear and telling him to shut up, Jin nails the architect's center mass and says that he's not here to talk with a fake, as the one he wants to talk to is the true authority behind it. So show yourself, coward. Darkness consumes the statue as it tells the monarch of destruction that they were destined to end this ill-fated connection today. Jin stands excitedly before blasting off the ground and flying toward him, telling him to bring it on. Their fight will not end so easily. Ah! Jin sits up and wonders what that dream was. This side story continues.